Hello, my name is Lillian Maxwell,
And my name is Nicholas Canino.
and we are students here at the University of Florida, and we are doing a presentation on the effective methods of capturing large aquatic amphibians such as siren lacertina and amphiumamenes. These two aquatic amphibians are native to the state of Florida and are typically found in flooded ecosystems such as swamps, wetlands, rivers, and creeks. They typically live in very murky and densely vegetated habitat, which can make their capture very difficult. This is one of the reasons that they are very understudied. And today we will present 3 methods on catching them and discussing their pros and cons.
When we're talking about the methods that we're going to be discussing, we're going to be looking at 3 main criteria. The first being reduced size bias. We want to be able to have a trap that can catch amphiumas and sirens of all life stages from under a foot to over 3 feet long. The second criteria we're going to be looking at is reduced bycatch. This is not only for the safety of the animals, but also for the researchers as well, in case venomous or dangerous species are caught, and it's also to improve the efficiency of the trap itself. And the last criteria that we're going to be looking at is a reduced mortality rate, simply because if we're studying these species, we want to make sure that we're not killing them and we're able to return them safely, especially if these are part of endangered or vulnerable populations.
The first method we're going to talk about is called the dip net. This involves taking a large net pictured and scraping the bottom of a body of water or the bottom of aquatic vegetation and catching the vertebrates inside of the net. Now, this is generally very easy to use and can be very cost effective, as well as you can catch many salamanders with this method. However, this method is not standardized and requires a large amount of manual labor. In addition to this, it is a large amount of time per animal spent, around 100 minutes per salamander.
The next method we're going to be looking at are commercial minnow traps. These are largely produced and are therefore very inexpensive. You can find them at a variety of stores. The one good thing about this is that it can be easily modified to be suitable for aquatic amphibians, and this is by creating a flotation device in or around the trap that allows for it to float, and when an amphium or a siren goes into the trap, it doesn't drown. Some cons about this trap include the large assortment of bycatch. You can catch both vertebrate and invertebrate bycatch. Additionally, there's a lot of size bias when it comes to these traps. Smaller amphiumas and sirens are going to be able to escape from the little holes of the trap itself, while larger vertebrates are not able to get into the trap to begin with. Now Lily is going to show us what this trap looks like in real life.
This is a commercial minnow trap. Normally, these are used to catch minnows, but they also are used to catch crayfish. So, this is a simple walk-in trap. So the fish or crawdads swim through here and they get caught in the internal pocket and they're not able to get back out. Another feature of this trap is that it has a bait pouch right here, which can be used depending on the species of interest. This trap is modified for aquatic vertebrates such as sirens and amphiumas. As you can see, the pool noodles help it float in the water. So if the water level rises, it will not drown the animals that are inside.
The next trap we're going to be looking at is the specialized pyramid trap. The way these traps work is by having an entrance either at the bottom of the water or near densely vegetated areas where the amphiumas and sirens can go into the trap and not be able to escape. These traps were shown to be extremely effective in a study done by Dr. Stephen Johnson here at the University of Florida. One of the main reasons why they're so effective is that a modification can be done to it to add Vexstar lining, which strongly reduces the size bias and allows for smaller amphiumas not to be able to escape the trap. Additionally, the modified crayfish trap also has a very low mortality for aquatic amphibians. As you can see, there's a little box at the top of the trap that sits on the surface of the water where our aquatic amphibians can go and breathe air whenever they need to once into the trap. One of the cons of these traps is that they still have a wide variety of bycatch. You're able to catch different species of turtles and snakes, so bycatch is one of the main concerns when it comes to this trap.
So, the best method of these 3 is the specialized pyramid traps. And here we have our little smiling amphima giving his seal of approval. These traps have the lowest mortality rate and are effective at catching our target species.
We want to give a special thanks to Dr. Bob McCleary and Dr. Andrew Watson for an amazing semester here at Wildlife Techniques. And we do ask that you please leave a comment down below with any questions or concerns. And thank you for watching.